Peter.
Hello,
How are
Magda.
you?
I'm fine, fine. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Perfect.
So, can you tell us who's your musical soulmate?
My musical soulmate, I think, is Ludovico Einaudi.
And what's so special about Ludovico Einaudi music?
Well, it is special music, and I feel that the thing with Ludovico Einaudi is the simplicity of his music, the space within the music, the simplicity, and it's a music that is not trying to somehow convince you of something, not trying to sell you something. You know, it just is. You know.
I understand. You communicate a lot with your music, so if you
Thank
could
you.
encapsulate just in 3 words, what do you communicate?
Well, sensitivity, a sense of humanity, and a sense of fun as well in my playing.
And people react in a very special way. They get touched, they react. So, what would be the reaction that you remember as the most important?
Well, one of the reactions that is especially I do remember is somebody. I was playing something and somebody said that they played this music at their father's funeral, and it had a special meaning, you know. And that is makes one feel emotional, you know. I mean, music is about empathy. I think 50% of music exists in the public's response to it. Music is about empathy.
Okay, do you have any special message that you try to tell to the public? Any special purpose of the playing?
Well, my purpose is to give people a special moment, a moment of beauty, a special moment or an unexpected moment of sensitivity, humanity somehow.
And talking about beauty, do you think that your music is connected to any painter or visual artist? Do you feel?
I especially admire Mark Rothko.
Okay.
Mark Rothko. Do you know the work of Mark Rothko?
Yes, I do.
Large canvases of a single colour with subtle changes. To me, that is the visual equivalent of almost of Einaudi's music. Very spacious. It's full and yet it's empty somehow at the same time.
Kind of minimalistic but meaningful.
Exactly.
At the same time.
Yes. Exactly. Yes.
Do you have any music dream?
Well, my musical dream, I think, would be to travel and play. To become a bit of an itinerant musician, as musicians are, you know. Even the most famous musicians have to travel, because after all, when people have heard you a few times, you know, they're not going to come back to the same concert, you know. So a musician's lifestyle should be somewhat like a vagrant, like a traveller, you know.
Where would you like to travel, or what special venue would you choose to play?
Well, I would love to play in Berlin.
In Berlin.
Yes,
So,
in Berlin, Germany.
so what would you ask for the question, Berlin or New York?
Well, I would definitely say Berlin to play in, you know. And but of course it'd be great to see New York, wouldn't it? I mean, to visit New York, perhaps.
Fine, and pigeons, here we are surrounded by pigeons and
We
seagulls.
are, yes,
as
and
well.
seagulls, yes.
Yes, so pigeons or seagulls?
Well, definitely pigeons, but I do love seagulls. As you know, I found one in the street and I picked it up and took it home, and it bit me on the mouth, bit me on the lip, because you shouldn't really pick these creatures up. But luckily it was okay, and it was almost a significant event, you know, to have this creature in your arms. Has such a different kind of energy, and its movements, and it's completely wild. The seagull. The pigeon, on the other hand, is a very friendly creature and very intelligent. But I could talk all night about pigeons, so next question.
Next question would be Batman or Joker?
Definitely Joker. I guess if it's Joaquin Phoenix, it's Joker. I suppose, you know, I suppose it would have to be the Joker.
And another question, if you could reincarnate into somebody traveling through time, who would you choose to be reincarnated?
I think I would love to be reincarnated as Byron.
Lord Byron.
Yes, Lord Byron, yes, who had a short life, you know, he died quite young, but he had a short and intense life.
And if you could spend 24 hours with somebody, no matter the can be past or future, who would you choose?
I think I would choose Edith Piaf. To spend 24 hours with Edith Piaf must be a beautiful experience.
Must be a great experience.
Mm.
And imagine you meet Alien, and you have to explain to Alien how does it feel to be a legend, because you are
Yes.
a legend.
Yes.
After the viral
A
media,
legend.
so yes.
Yes. Well, you know, if an alien came here and said and asked me who I was, if it was the sort of alien, you know, with the teeth and all the acid blood, you know, then I might, you know, give a few short answers and leave. If it was one of the aliens, you know, the grey aliens, you know, then I would say that. And he said, well, who are you? You know, what are you? You know, what is a human? You know, I would say, I am a musician. And the alien would say, what is, and I say, well, I make sounds that people like to hear. And the alien would say, well, can you play, can you do some of these sounds? And I would play for this alien, maybe some Bach. And I think the alien would say, wow, you know, that's awesome, man, you know. I said, well, that's who I am. And that's what we humans can create. And the alien would say, you know, Pete, the alien would say, you know, we are millions of years more advanced than you are. But this Bach, was it? I say J.S. Bach, Johann Sebastian Bach. The alien would say, you know, you can keep your iPhones, you can keep your artificial intelligence and all that, that's fine. But give us some of that Bach stuff and we'll take that back to our planet.
So, well, that pigeon was here.
Yes, that's one of the pigeons that is one of mine. Is one of my people. It's one of my gang up there. That pigeon up there, you probably can't see it on the phone at the moment, but you can hear it, right? That pigeon there has 40,000 views on Instagram.
So it's also a legend.
That pigeon is a legend. and I took care of it, and it would sit on my shoulder where when I played the piano here on the terrace, and drinking. It's having a little drink, and it's got over 40,000 views.
There is another one. Do you feel like a special connection to that pigeon community here?
Yes, I do. I love birds. I don't know why. I don't know really why.
Do they love your music?
They respond to music. Yes, I'm convinced pigeons love music. In fact, I know they do.
So, is there any other thing you would like to share or comment or say?
Well, lots of things. I can't think of them at the moment. Just that I hope that when people listen to me play piano, that they enjoy what I'm doing, and that I can give something to people, you know. Give more than you take, you know. That's what I say. Give more than you take.
That's what you say, and that's what you do.
I try to, because it's about, you know, trying to be a human, isn't it? Trying to be human, you know. Giving something out to people. It's not about money or about status or about personal gain in some way, but just because we can do things for other people, and we should look within ourselves to give out what we can.
Do you think that music or art can do something about climate change?
That's a good question. Yes, I think the music in itself, well, but I think the most famous performers and artists that we have, say Lady Gaga, you know, Elton John, or great famous people, you know, they should be, I think it's their duty to make people aware of climate change, which is going to be the big challenge facing humanity. And I think these very famous and well-loved artists should be doing a lot to make us aware of the problem. They should be doing their research and giving out the message that time is running short.
Are you planning to do something as well?
Well, yes, I am. We are, Magda. We are, because we are a team, you see, and we are, in our own little way, going to try to just incorporate some important issues in what we're doing, aren't we?
That's it.
We are,
Yes.
yes.
Yes, we are.
And everybody should. But you know, you can't preach to people, you can't tell people how to live their lives, can you? You can't. You can say, "Look, you can't tell people what to do." But you can give out the information, you can make people aware of what the problems facing humanity, you know, what they are, how they're coming, you know, and where they're coming. And time is running short. It really is.
Thank you very much, Peter.
Thank you, Magda.
Thank you.